Welcome everyone in HueFin News, the place where we give you guys news according to the charts, and the only place where confusion is not a part either. Today is October the 19th, 2017, and if you guys can see on this website here, the market cap for the cryptocurrency market has increased probably about $2 billion. It now stands at $170 billion. Yesterday, it was at $168.1 billion. So money was coming back into the cryptocurrency market today. And as we go throughout these charts, you guys will see that majority of the cryptocurrencies ended the day lower, but the volume was light. So that is a very important thing you guys need to know, is that the volume for today was extremely light. Now, before we go ahead and get started, please note that we at HueFin News are not investment advisors, and we are not giving you guys investment advice. So you guys can see that Bitcoin is pretty much the only cryptocurrency today that ended the day higher. They ended the day up around 3%, and then the rest of these major cryptocurrencies ended the day lower. Ethereum 1.16, Ripple 2.42, Bitcoin Cash almost 2%, Litecoin almost 1%. You guys can see that Dash is almost down 0.30%. BitConnect had a fantastic day. NAM as well, up 3 and 1% respectively. Looking at Neo, down almost 3%. Monero down 0.46. IOTA is almost down 5%, and Ethereum Classic down 1.40. But in our analysis on our video yesterday, in our daily cryptocurrency market analysis, we mentioned that we were expecting the market to be trading sideways, and that's pretty much what today was. The spread of the bars that we're about to look at are very small and the volume is light, so the market is about to make a move, whether it's to the high side or to the downside. We will have to wait and see. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So you guys can see that Bitcoin is up 2.12%. Last trade was at $5,694. So we knew that Bitcoin Cash was going to be trading sideways to higher. I said Bitcoin Cash, I meant Bitcoin was going to be trading sideways to higher today, and we got that fact today. So that tells us that the market participants are definitely in this particular price level conducting business. Okay, now the next question that we need to try to determine is if the stockpile that revealed itself on today's price bar, will that push the market back down? And if so, then you would expect Bitcoin to come right back to $5,400. One of the concerns that we have is that on this particular spread, the volume did not necessarily back this particular move. So maybe we had a lot more people to the sidelines still waiting and not necessarily interested in higher prices. So we would have to say that Bitcoin will continue to trade sideways, and that's between that $5,400 and the high that occurred on the 13th of October, which was $5,920. Now we can go and try to see a smaller time frame, and let's see, we can look at the 6-hour chart. So you guys can see on the 6-hour chart for Bitcoin that the market is back up here, and we are getting stockpile revealing itself on the last two 6-hour price bars, but the market is still moving higher. And then on the last one, the volume is extremely light. So either Bitcoin is going to make a move lower, or it's going to break out to around $5,900 to another price area to where the market participants can do business. So since we don't have that clear picture, you want to go ahead and take it to another time frame. You just do 3 hours and you can see precisely what is going on with Bitcoin. And the market is just trading sideways for Bitcoin right now, and you can see it's between $5,600 and $5,800. So Bitcoin might come back up here to $5,800, and if there's not a push to go up bar, then you expect it to touch $5,800 and then come back down. So that is what you would expect to see for Bitcoin. So that's why we're giving it just a sideways analysis for tomorrow, and that is between $5,400 and the high that occurred on the 13th of October, which was 5,920. We will need to see a push to go a bar tomorrow or the next coming days in order for Bitcoin to move higher. If we do not get that, then it will not break to higher highs. So expect it to continue to trade sideways until we either get a push to go up or a push to go down. So that is our analysis for Bitcoin. So next we're going to go ahead and check out Ethereum. So Ethereum is down 1.78%. Last trade was at $307.43. And the same with Ethereum. The volume is very light today compared to the last 4 trading days, which is a good indication to show us that selling at this price is not necessarily that strong. So we would expect Ethereum to continue to trade sideways to higher from our analysis, and we would say that $300 will be a part of that sideways trading action that we would expect Ethereum to come and touch. But overall, we're still looking for them to move higher to sideways. So now let's go to Bitcoin Cash. So looking at Bitcoin Cash, they are down 2.74%. Last trade was at $329.33. And so we have, again, another cryptocurrency that is giving us light volume on a very small spread. So this is like a trial run bar. And this is a pretty good indicator for a precursor of strength. The very small spread and a light volume is telling us that the selling volume has been consumed at this price, and you would expect Bitcoin Cash to trade sideways to higher. Now, it can come down to the lows from yesterday, which was $303. So maybe around 300 it could come. But due to the light volume and the very small spread, we would expect them to at least trade higher, and that could be around 360 for Bitcoin Cash. If the market is extremely strong, it could definitely break through that $360. But that's the least first area that we would expect Bitcoin Cash to go and touch. So now let's go ahead and check out Ripple. So Ripple is down 1.23%. Last trade was at 21,362, 21 cents. And Ripple has stayed in between our sideways trading action from our video yesterday. We said between 23 cents and 21 cents. And we said that it would definitely come back down to 20 cents. But given this precursors of weakness bar that we have for Ripple to shoot higher but close lower than yesterday's bar, it just doesn't seem like Ripple's going to come back up to 23 cents. We would be expecting them to at least trade and at least come back down to 20 cents again. One of the things that may allow Ripple to move higher is the light volume compared to the last 3 trading days. But obviously the sellers are in control in Ripple right now. We are not seeing any precursors of strength over the last 4 trading days. So we will have to continue with our analysis to say that Ripple will continue to trade sideways to lower. And now we will bring back 20 cents again as an area that Ripple can touch. It can also just touch 21 and move back higher. So we're going to 20 cents as the low to 23 cents as the high again for Ripple to trade in between. If Ripple breaks through 20 cents, then the next area of support for Ripple would be 19. Okay, so you want to keep your eyes on that as well. So next is going to be Litecoin. So Litecoin is down 1.39%. Last trade was at $59.65. So we had a pretty good day yesterday when the market shot down, came back into the ascending triangle, and was able to close higher than it closed yesterday. We have this very small spread where the market still closed lower than yesterday, but the market didn't necessarily fall, which is a pretty good sign for Litecoin. We would be expecting them to continue to trade sideways, and that would be between the highs from the 27th and the 28th of September, which was at $57 or $57.50, around that area as a low. And we're still looking for Litecoin to at least come to $64. The market is giving us more precursors of strength than it is weakness at the moment, and we would expect them to continue to trade sideways to higher. So now we're going to talk about Dash. So Dash is down 0.82%. Last trade was at $294.41. So the market for Dash also ended the day lower. It closed lower, but that volume is a very glaring sign for anyone who knows this language. The volume is extremely light. So that tells us that Dash is getting prepared to move higher, and we're looking for them to trade sideways to higher as well, due to the fact that we had the last two trading days are precursors of strength. Then we had this very light volume on a very small spread. That tells us that we're expecting Dash to move higher, and that will at least take us to 310. We might say that Dash will come up to at least $310, expecting if the market is that strong. Now, if it's still giving us weakness, then 280 is back in the view for this particular cryptocurrency, but we're not necessarily seeing that at the moment on this chart. We have definite precursors of strength reflecting itself on Dash, and we will be expecting them to move higher. So now we're going to talk about Neo. So Neo down 1.83%. Last trade was at $28.77. And on our video yesterday, we were expecting them to trade sideways as well. And we got that. We said that $28 will be the area that Neo can come and touch. The low for today was at $28.47. So pretty close. Again, the volume for these cryptocurrencies today are light compared to the last couple of trading days. So we will be expecting Neo to at least possibly come back down to 28, but we're looking for them to trade sideways to maybe higher, due to the fact that the volume today is light. That's pretty much the only reason of why we'll say that they will move higher, because we had stockpile from the 17th. The market closed lower on a wide spread on the 18th, and then today we have light volume. So the market is giving us a change in tone with that light volume. Tells us that the selling has been consumed and the market will continue to move higher. So we're expecting them to trade sideways to higher. So now let's talk about Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is down 0.97%. Last trade was at $11.28. So looking at Ethereum Classic, the volume and the spread for Ethereum Classic is also light, which tells us that either there's no interest to higher prices or the selling has been consumed. And given all this stockpile that we've seen for Ethereum Classic over the last 5 or 6 trading days, and then we have yesterday where the market shot lower but it was able to close towards the high of the bar, and then we have no volume on today on a light spread, would tell us that we're expecting Ethereum Classic to trade sideways to higher on tomorrow. Okay. And then the last one for today is Monero. So Monero currently is up 0.15%. Last trade was at $89.15. So Monero did shoot higher today, but it wasn't able to stay at the high of this price spread, and the market closed lower than yesterday's close. One of the things that it is a precursor of weakness from this trial run that we received yesterday. But as you can see, as the market has been moving lower, the volume has been getting smaller and smaller. So we will be expecting Monero to trade sideways to higher as well, but it may come down to $85 and touch it and then bounce from there and move higher. It might just do that, but we're still expecting them to trade sideways to higher. So one of the things that I want to say before I go is that you guys notice that we have this light volume in the market today, and that is telling us that either the market is going to break higher or it's going to break lower. Okay, so we took the side from our interpretation that the market was going to move higher for some of these cryptocurrencies due to the other price bars that are reflected on this chart. Now, something may happen on tomorrow trading data where the market may be shocked and break down lower. That is always a possibility. But currently, as the charts are reflecting right now, we will be expecting some of these cryptocurrencies to break out to move higher. Okay, so that's why it is imperative for you all to make sure you are abreast and you stay aware of where your trade is. And we have given you our analysis as to where it's probable where these cryptocurrencies will be traded on tomorrow. Now, it's not investment advice, but we just want to give you guys this interpretation to try to aid you in your own particular strategy. Okay, so that's all we got for today. Appreciate the new subscribers. Hey, if you guys didn't understand some of the terminology that I used today, please go and check our video calls of some of the basics. It tells you the terminology that we use on our market analysis here on this channel, and it should be able to help you guys out. But as I said, we are looking forward to some cryptocurrencies tomorrow to break out. Okay, so that's all we got for today. Appreciate the new subscribers. Continue to share and like these videos. That's all we got for today. Stay profitable, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.